So skip this lecture if you want to ruin your Facebook page. I am just joking, but actually you can ruin your whole entire Facebook page and whole entire momentum and everything if you're using any of these strategies in order to get your Facebook likes and growing your page. So what I'm going to show you here is basically what not to do before we jump in what to do. And it is almost more important that you avoid these strategies. And not only am I just going to stand here and lecture about what not to do, I'm going to jump into the science behind it so you can understand, using the Facebook algorithm and using what we've already gone over, why these are bad ideas. So let's jump into the bad ideas so then we can jump into the good ones. So the first way, you definitely don't want to get a Facebook like, a Facebook follower, any sort of follower on any channel, like exchanges. So what these are is basically like, hey, I'll like your page if you like my page. And therefore you get my like and I get your like and our pages start growing. And you can do that 1,000 times. And a lot of people are growing their pages and are growing their channels that way. But the problem is that they're not actually interested in your business at all. And they don't actually care about your business. They're not going to interact with updates. We're going to get into these reasons why. But definitely don't use any like exchanges of any kind. I'm going to show you how you're going to have to give value, but do not give the value of a like in a page you're not interested in order to get that like in return. Now, don't use Fiverr. Don't use any of these other services. And the one I don't have in here is don't use fake followers at all. Fake bots, fake followers, fake likes. Don't do that at all because that's just like out of the question. These ones are advertised as Fiverr.com as real Facebook followers. But once again, don't do this either. Never pay money directly for followers unless using ads or any of the methods that we're going to go through together. Now, why not? We're going to discuss the pros and cons. So the only real benefit of having these purchased likes, like something like this, say you just start your page and you're like, hey, it'd be really easy to get up to 1,000 followers and therefore like shortcut that snowball and have that momentum carry us further and further. The only pro to that is social proof. You know, when people come to your page and you have 12 likes, you have 140 likes, and so like, we're still growing. Everyone else, or most people would like to have 2,000 likes instead of 20 likes. So social proof is a big factor of people sort of trying to act bigger than they are, sort of trying to shortcut the momentum. But I can understand why people do that, but it's very important you don't, because here is a list of the cons of getting these fake followers, all these unrelated or really not like targeted people following your page. So first of all, the fans won't appreciate your content. They'll have very low interaction. You'll have a very low score, and then Facebook will see your page and rank your page authority as very low. Because what happens, and we'll get into it once again, is if you're putting out content and no one's interacting with it because no one's relevant to it, the content is going to perform really poorly. And when your content performs poorly consistently, Facebook are going to give your page authority a big hit. And when you do the opposite and you have really good page content and really good content you're posting out consistently, and that's why we've gone through that together, make sure you know how to post content, your page authority will go up, and so will your page's overall reach. The final thing that this does, and we touched on it earlier, is when you create a lookalike audience on your ad campaigns, if you have people who aren't actually related to your brand, well, then you're going to get people suggested to your page, and you're going to be paying for these people to have your page suggested to who aren't related to your page, because they're using the data from people who are liking your page in order to find similar people to them. So you want the people who are liking your page to be as relevant as possible. So you're going to get that decreased interaction that we were talking about. So when you have an edge update, you say you post a photo and you put it out into the Facebook world to your 1,000 new and very fake purchased followers. What's going to happen, if you can remember this graph, is it's going to do the micro test. So it may send it to 100 people, but guess what? These people don't actually like your content. They're not interested in your niche. They don't really know who you are, but they just did a like exchange, or they were just paid a cent, so they like your page, and then they go through liking everyone's page. What happens is they don't like your content. They're not interested in your content, and therefore, not only will they not buy your products, not buy your services, and not be interested in you, but they won't be interested in your updates. Meaning, if they show it to 100 of these 1,000 people, probably one person is going to interact with it. and it's going to get instantly demoted. And it's going to get instantly demoted again. So it's going to perform very, very poorly on the micro tests. Even if you had 1,000 real people there and 1,000 fake people there, you don't know what random selection Facebook are going to pull the micro test from. So they could just pull 50 people from the fake followers, 50 people from the real followers, and split test that 100, which means you're really working at a handicap because 50 of those people are not going to interact with your content. So the last thing you really need to know to have this mindset and be confident in your page is don't be embarrassed about a low amount of likes on your page. Because as we said, this is basically the only reason people use this is to make sure that they have social proof and shortcut that momentum.